Hey guys, Miss Johnson here, back in my living room. I'm excited because we are going to start reading our book, Dinosaurs Before Dark. I've decided I'm going to be uploading a video every Tuesday and Thursday until this book's done. Till we finish the entire book. It's going to be super fun. It's going to be it's a super good story. And yeah, so let's go ahead and start with just kind of going over a little bit of the front cover, okay? So obviously this is the title, Dinosaurs Before Dark, and our author is Mary Pope Osborne, okay? So she wrote this entire book. Now, before we start reading, I want you to predict what is going to happen in this book just by looking at the front cover of the book, okay? What is going to happen, you think? What is your guess? So if you're reading with, if you're watching with your parents or siblings or grandparents, aunt and uncle, anyone you're with, or if you're alone, I want you to pause the video and you can either write what you're gonna, what you predict, or you can talk about what you're gonna predict is gonna happen in the book. Okay, so pause for right now and do that, and then unpause me when you're done. All right, my friends, so after you've paused and either talked or written about it, either one's perfectly fine, we are going to start reading the book. All right, my friends, so here's the table of contents of this book. I know a lot of the books that we read in school do not have a table of contents because they're a little bit smaller of books. So this one is actually broken up into sections that we call chapters, okay? So today we're just going to read Into the Woods and just start out and see how the story starts. All right, my friends. So we're starting with the first chapter titled Into the Woods. Here is a picture. Some chapter books have pictures, some don't. I'm really excited this one does. It always helps when we have pictures to help us understand the book more. So there's a boy and a girl and they're walking outside. Let's see if we meet who these kids are. All right, let's see. Can you see it? Here, let me scoot over. Okay. Help, a monster, said Annie. Yeah, sure, said Jack. A real monster in Frog Creek, Pennsylvania. Run, Jack, said Annie. She ran up the road. Oh, brother. This is what he got for spending time with his 7-year-old sister. Annie loved to pretend, but Jack was 8.5, and he liked real things. Watch out, Jack, the monster's coming. Race you. No thanks, said Jack. Annie raced alone into the woods. Jack looked at the sky. The sun was about to set. Come on, Annie, it's time to go home. But Annie had disappeared. Jack waited. No Annie. Annie, he shouted. Jack, come here. Jack groaned. Ugh, this better be good, he said. Jack left the road and headed into the woods. The trees were lit with a golden late afternoon light. Come here, called Annie. There she was, standing under a tall oak tree. Look, she said. She was pointing at the rope ladder. Oh, a rope ladder. What do you think? What do you think the rope ladder goes to? If you have a guess, you can pause and talk about it if you do. All right. The longest rope ladder Jack had ever seen. Wow, he whispered. The ladder went all the way up to the top of the tree. There at the top was a tree house. It was tucked between 2 branches. That must be the highest tree house in the world, said Annie. Who built it? asked Jack. I've never seen it before. I don't know, but I'm going up, said Annie. No, we don't know who it belongs to, said Jack. Just a teeny minute, said Annie. She started up the ladder. Annie, come back. She kept climbing. I wonder what they're going to find up there. Jack sighed. Annie, it's almost dark. We have to go home. Annie disappeared into the treehouse. Annie! Jack waited a moment. He was about to call again when Annie poked her head out of the treehouse window. Books! She shouted. What? It's filled with books! Oh man! Jack loved books. He pushed his glasses up in place and gripped the sides of the rope ladder, and up he went. There's the picture. All right, and that is the end of chapter 1. So, what you all can talk about now if you want, you all can talk about what do you think they're going to do up in the treehouse. Do you think they're going to read those books? Do you think they're going to play make-believe up in the tower? Do you think they're going to, it's going to get dark and they're going to get in trouble for being up there? Do you think they're going to climb right back down and maybe go back the next day? You can think about it and talk about it. And then we'll be back on Thursday to read chapter 2, which is titled The Monster. Ooh, I'm excited to read it. All right, guys, thanks for listening. And I miss you all. I love you all. And I am excited to read to you again soon. Bye, guys.